Hey, Shalom. This is Brother Amalan, giving all praises and due honors to or Kawai and Wahawai Layam Bashim Al Shah Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elders, elder apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations out there to the whole free elect. Alright, so we're just gonna get straight into it. I've been saying in my videos over and over and over, and it's just, quite obvious, very obvious because of prophecy that you Negroes, right, were going to be, persecuted as well by the devil, Esau, the Edomites. The government, the U.S. government. You like the FBA, Jake's out there, which is nothing but the tribe of Judah, basically, shutting out the other tribes when they went through the same atrocities along with their, brethren, Judah, right? And we already know it's all spiritual, the head is Judah, and they're the least desired. It's a reason for that. It's prophecy, and Esau correlates with that, okay? Which he's involved with prophecy. Ultimately is the Most High, but Esau, with his programming, his tools of deception, he made it so that Judah was on the very bottom. And again, it was all according to the Most High, man, to make Judah at the bottom, by destroying us, and then that basically or essentially dismantle our power, That's why it says, "Who shall rise them up?" The Judah has to rise up first, and the other tribes will follow. There will be a line and harmony with one another. Just why when you see Jake is being persecuted and they stand up for themselves, you see, who do you see? You see Latinos and the rest of the tribes, back Judah up. But you got these FBAs where they don't consider, they call them tethers, Tariq Nasheed. He calls like the Jamaicans or people that's from the islands, Haitian, Dominicans, whatever. They call them tethers. If they like dark skin or whatever, he calls them tethers, and they don't consider the other tribes. There's like a distinction between the tribes. Which we know that the elect are going to come together. The rest of the tribes, it might be an event that takes place, probably during the race wars, where the Lord said, "Nation shall rise against nation," where the tribes are going to, reassemble themselves together and combat against their enemies. It's like in Zechariah 14 it tells you that, and the Lord's going to be with His people. Preferably the elect, the remnant of His people, man. The 2/3 that are left here, they're gonna, be done away with. Okay, it tells you that in Zechariah 13 and Jeremiah 16 chapter, starting at the first verse, man. And then you got Ezekiel 9, the 9th chapter. You can start at the first verse as well. But we've been telling you this for, starting off with Yahweh Shem Al Shah and His Spirit that, raised up the prophets pursuant to Jeremiah 3:15, and then trickled down to the rest of the apostles and brothers out there on the highways and byways. And we've been telling you through the Spirit, pursuant to the Bible, what would take place, what would happen on the earth, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. And we haven't been wrong yet. Okay, we haven't been disproven. Every prophecy that we, brought out through the Spirit has come to pass, and this is another one. Judah really believes and thinks that they can't be deported since they were brought over here to serve slavery, or then they'll use the which there's tribes. You got some Judites or Israelites that look like Judah that are Gadites. Okay, but there's two tribes, man. Okay, they make the excuse, which again, Gad too, man. Okay, you can't use that excuse. Oh, I'm Native American. I can't be deported. No, they coming for all of you, and not just us. It starts at the nation Israel. Let me get this. You essentially you American people are the enemy combatants of the U.S. government, which ever since this is the inception of America, it was like that. You can look in government programs of how or the so-called white man poisoned and destroyed his own kind. Okay, and one of the greatest achievement, well, they have a lot of great achievements, which involve destroying people's lives because they can't. I forget how it sounds. They can't progress unless they cause something to fall. Oh, let me see. Hold on, let me see something. All right, here we go. Proverbs 4:16. Starting with Amalek, man. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall, man. So this man, he can't sleep until he has done mischief or wickedness, man. Okay, that's the people we're dealing with that are in power over the fucking planet, man. Excuse my French, man. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, Ra'ah. Ra'ash. Rai, it's like Rai. Evil. To be wicked. Injurious. That's Esau, man. He's injurious, man. Causing or likely to cause damage or harm, man. What is that? That's a precept. God damn, man. Fucking Satan roaring like a lion out there. Seeking whom he may devour. That was a spirit too. That was crazy. But anyway, injurious. Cause it's over, man. Like, look, man, it's over, man. All right, we at the end of this man's kingdom. Whether you take us all out, guess what? The word of the Lord is still gonna prevail, man. Okay, the Lord's word doesn't turn back unto him, man. It's not a damn boomerang, man. Okay, it's going to basically obliterate everything in his path. Okay, and that's going to be his son Yahweh Shah, man, when he comes back on this earth, man, and reclaims his throne, man, his world, his universe, and he's going to establish his kingdom on this earth, man. Okay, he's going to rid the earth of wickedness when he comes back. All right, but in the meantime, between time, we got to go through these prophecies, man. And we was just talking about the Edomites and how they can't go to sleep unless they have done mischief or wickedness, okay, or basically harmed anything, because they're the cancer of the whole entire fucking planet, man. Okay, their job is to rape, rob, and murder. Okay, and that's it tells you, literally tells you, the rape, robbery, and murder, it came from Yahweh Shah, man. He said it first. Okay, let's go to it. This is Jeremiah, St. John chapter 10 and 10. It says the thief, which is the Edomites. Here you call, other the indigenous people illegal immigrants, right? But you're the illegal. How the hell did you get this country, man? You slaughtered the indigenous people over here, which happened to be the Israelites, which you happen to already know that. You knew that. That's why Cristobal Colon, who you people call Christopher Columbus, which was a goddamn Amalekite, he brought over Hebrew interpreters because he knew that the people, just like, Apostle Elder Tahar, he always brought out 1492, okay, where he literally mentioned the Apocrypha. Christopher Columbus mentioned the Apocrypha in the movie 1492. That's how they got over here, because he was an Amalekite, okay, and they knew that. They knew that we were Israelites. And if you go into their whole Amalekite history of how they became Ish people, it's because they didn't want to deal with the Christian, and it was the spirit anyway that made them do that. Just like you got these Edomites that's over here in America, the goddamn Kirk stands. They really believe that they fucking Christians, man. Here they ain't believe in God in any form of fashion. But all of a sudden, Charlie Kirk changed all that shit. Now, all these goddamn Edomites are God-fearing Christians now. You the damn devil, man. You the Romans that destroyed the original Christians, man, which were the Israelites. You goddamn, you the biggest hypocrites on the fucking planet. Okay, you want to talk about Israel or the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans? They're that way because of you. Okay, because you destroyed them and you seduced them to be that way. Okay, with your programming, with your mischief, with your injurious practices. Okay, you cause our people to fall, man, and to stumble. Again, it's the Most High. The deceiver and the deceiver are His. What you people don't know that. You people don't understand that the Most High ruleth in the kingdoms of men. Okay, you people are gonna understand physically that Yahweh Bashim Shah exists, man. You're gonna have to learn the hard way. We've been telling you the easy way, but now you're gonna have to go through the hard way. Okay? You're gonna have to learn the hard way. And that's the majority of the 2/3 of Israel, man. You 2/3 of Israel are rebellious, man. Okay, you refuse to return. Okay, you refuse to serve the only power, man. And His only begotten Son. Yahweh Shah, man. And, hey, man, the Lord, man, it's gonna happen, man. But anyway, going back to Esau real quick. The thief cometh not. This is the original rape, robbery, or murder scripture. Or this is where it originates from, because the Most High, through Yahweh Shah, He created you to be the damn devil, man. Okay? And Esau, like, not Esau, but the Most High is using the so-called white man as a whipping stick. Okay, he was designed to punish the universe. Okay, especially the nation of Israel. Okay, and the Lord said Himself that there is none that doeth good, man. All you goddamn Captain Saver Edomites out there that love your fucking enemy. Guess what? You gonna be done away with them, man. When that time comes. This is though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. Okay, you all you goddamn Sambos. Okay, you can sign up and join up with so-called white men. It's like they had this big ass, buff ass nigga at Charlie Kirk's so-called Charlie Kirk's memorial, where he was giving a damn. That's the type of Negro they want, man. A lost soul, man. Okay, but guess what? Hey, his time. Their time is coming, man. All you hirelings and you sell out niggas. Okay, you're gonna be done away with, man. Okay, that's why the Lord said, "Ye are of your father the devil," man. He was talking about the so-called white man, the Edomites, and that's because Jake loves this goddamn devil, man. But the Most High is closing His kingdom. Okay, He's closing His tab. He has to pay for what He has done, man. Okay, for this, and the hypocrisy. Again, you're the original invader and illegal immigrant, the original criminal. Here you want to persecute our people, but you're the fucking original that has not been punished, man. Let me get that. Okay, you have not been fucking punished, man. You have not been fucking punished. Okay, you still have. Hey, you're still dwelling on the earth, man. The Lord hasn't, judged you yet for what it is that you've done throughout the earth, for all your wickedness, man. For your terribleness. Okay, you haven't been punished. Let me read this real quick. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Edomites, I am come. The Yahweh Shah is coming that we might have life. Okay, and that we might have it more abundantly. Okay, that's what the Lord is coming back to do, man. Give us life, man. And that's gonna be the whole world. So like, yeah. So your house Shah, okay. The Most High Son is coming back that we might have life. Okay, that they might have it more. But who? The Israelites, his people, man. That's what it's talking about, man. The day, it ain't say fucking all. Okay, it says because we the one who's being absolutely punished and destroyed and persecuted and ridiculed and mocked. Hold on, the might have, and that they might, it might be have right here. Might have, okay, never mind. They ain't got might. Let me see what might is. Might past of may, and that they may have. Okay, let me see this word may. I didn't mean to do that, but may able, that they may able to be able have power. Okay, that's what we need, that power, man. This even the Lord said that, man. Hold up. You will receive power from on high. Okay. And the Lord even said that, he'll I always forget this one, man. Luke 10. Let me see. Let me check this out. God damn my damn. Oh, yep, here it go. Power. I mean, is this the same word? Because it's two different ones. One is like dynamis. I think this is a dynamis. And this is the one with the superhuman. Exousia. And what's this one over here? In Acts, I will give you power. Verse 8. Yep, that's dynamis. Okay, for dynamis is strength, power. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Inherent power, was just through the covenant, man, and the promises and the blessings that the Lord's going to bless us with, man. He said he's going to make us a sharp thrashing instrument having teeth, man, because we're not going to be able to fight against the so-called white man because of his might, his terribleness. That's why the Lord is going to give us that spiritual power, man, to combat against them. Okay, and this is the word power because we looked up. It says because I didn't want to do this. Let me take a picture of that too. For the word might, it could also say may. In the word may, to be able. Well, I'm just reading down here. To be able, have power. And I'm bringing up precepts about how the Lord even said that, man. Let me go to Acts real quick, and this is and the Lord said this right here. It says, "But ye shall receive power. After that, the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me, both in Judea." It's like in Jerusalem and in all Judea, and in Samaria, and and unto the uttermost part of the earth, man. Okay, essentially the whole world, man. Which you can basically jump to today, okay? Because the prophets, the heavenly prophets, are here today, man. He, prophesying the downfall, of Babylon the Great, aka America, which is Rome as well. Ancient Babylon is not goddamn Babylon the Great, man. Babylon the Great is America. For all you, so-called Christians out there that don't know anything in the scriptures, nothing but hypocrites, just like your father the devil. All right, and this is Luke 10:19. It says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." That's spiritual power, man. The boys, they show you everything. Superman, okay? They know, man. They know they go into these scriptures and they search out, man. They accomplish that diligent search, man. They already know that it's talking about spiritual power, man. Okay? But they make you worship, Superman, Spider-Man, etc. All the so-called, superheroes that they made up, which, most of them characters were created by small hats, which they got it from the scriptures, man. They got the inspiration from the scriptures, and most of the inspiration came from us. Okay, I heard that Superman was basically based upon Jesse Owens. Okay, and you go into Superman, his name is Kal-El, which means all power. Okay, Kal-Allah. Now I forgot his father's name. But yeah, that's based upon Israel, man. Jake. All these fantasy type movies or whatever, you think is about something that they made up out of the blue. Just like that's out of the blue Avatar. That's based upon Israel, man. Like Avatar, that's based upon Gad, the tribe of Gad. Okay? And that movie grossed billions of dollars. Okay, they got another one coming out the end of this year, I believe. Okay, called Fire and Ash, and that's significant to what? Babylon the Great. The Lake of Fire, man. Okay, the second was called the Way of Water. All right, now we in the second death now, man. Okay, the first world was destroyed by the flood, by water. The next one is or Esau's world is going to be destroyed by fire, man. Okay, and it says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents." And this is actual power, man. You look up this word power, exio, exousia. Okay, I'm gonna go to the point, man. It says, hold on, let me down here, superhuman. Okay, which all these apply as well. Authority over mankind. The Lord said that we're gonna have the power to it said it right there, to tread on scorpions, which are the heathen. Okay, and the 2/3, man. Shit, the serpents 2/3. The serpents Esau, and the scorpions are niggas. Okay, and over all the power of the enemy. Okay, and it says, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Okay, we're going to be invulnerable. This is nothing, no one or nothing. Okay, man, we're going to be impenetrable, man, impregnable. We're going to be invincible. It's like that TV series, the cartoon TV series called Invincible on Amazon Prime, which that came from a comic book, but that's based upon Israel. They got a people, the superhuman race called Vitramites. Those are based upon Israelites. Okay, God's chosen people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They already know who we are, man. Dragon Ball Z is another one. The Saiyan race. They're based upon Israel. Why you think they got goddamn monkeys? I mean, goddamn tails like monkeys and shit, or they turn into to monkeys because they making mockery of Jake. Okay, And that series is highly praised, man, amongst billions of people, man. And they most likely generated billions in revenue. Okay, that series, but that's based upon Jake, man. Okay. So yeah, I ain't even really mean to go into all that, but I wanted to go into just the spirit that led me into all of that. But yeah, I wanted to do a quick video on how you Jakes out there, you Negroes, we've been telling you motherfuckers, man. We've been telling you over and over and over, man. It's coming for you too, man. All right, so it's like I had to pause that real quick. Yeah, this is I'm gonna just read this and I'm gonna play some videos. Jeremiah 18:21. I'm gonna go to the point. Therefore, yeah, did I read this? Hold on. I don't think I did. This is First Peter chapter 4 verse 17. It says, "For the time is come, that we in the time now, because you're seeing it, that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, which you goddamn niggas or Judites, you were mocking what was happening to Issachar of them being so-called deported, from their own land to another part of their land, into South America or Mexico. Okay, you was mocking, and then you got Jake. You first of all, you got all the tribes in ICE. Okay, because they give so much incentive for you to basically be a fucking demon, be a wretched pile of shit. Okay, but that's Jake anyway. They always sold their own people out, man. Always. Okay, history is just repeating itself. That's all it's doing, man. Again, Jake always have they do it today. Jake is always selling out their own kind. The Lord is going to get rid of those Jakes, man. That's why he says he's going to sift the house of Israel. All the undesirables, okay, they're going to be sifted, man. Okay, they're going to be done away with. Okay, like our people have been always, stabbing their own kind in the back. Always, just like BLM, man. BLM is is damn near equivalent to Treasurer Borgia claiming he's Jesus. Okay, that's BLM, man. It's equivalent to Treasurer Borgia, man. Okay, because that is extremely hypocritical. How the hell BLM, but yet our people constantly are, doing harm to one another, constantly, killing each other off. They doing the devil's bidding, but yet you want to talk about some BLM? That's fucking hypocritical, man. And we already know that was all set up by the elites any damn way, man. Under George Soros, under their think tanks, that basically cause divide and chaos in society, and fuel the racial tensions and the race war that's coming, and to basically point out the hypocrisy of you goddamn niggas, okay, that you hate your own kind, man. You hate your own kind. All right. The Lord is only dealing with the elect, man. Point blank, period, man. Only the elect are going to be redeemed from the earth. That's going to be delivered. The rest of the 2/3, they're gonna have to find out the hard way, man. And it says, and if it first, just like, hey, they find it out now. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, meaning just barely, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? They're going to be destroyed. And then like, I was going into how Judah was mocking, you know, Issachar and the tribes that were getting deported. Of course, Jake loves the so-called white man. Guess what? So do you goddamn Negroes. So do you goddamn Negroes, man. You the same mother effers, excuse my language, that will basically, harass your own tribesmen, okay? But yet you worship Cesare, you know? Yet you believe the Lord is a white man. You believe that the Lord's name is Jesus. Yet you want to make mockery, not realizing it's going to happen to you. And I've been saying that in a lot of my videos, man, of how, even again, it's obvious. It's fucking obvious. So you already know what's going to happen, man. It ain't nothing special. Like, we already knew. Just like they used, we getting rid of illegal immigrants and criminals and gang members. They've been doing everything opposite, okay? They've been raiding fucking people's jobs, okay? People's livelihood, people that work hard, people that have been in this country for a very long time. But again, you damn devils been here. You, first of all, you got here and you stole a landmass. That's a complete violation of God's laws, but you claim to be Christian. It says, remove not the labor's landmark. It said, if you be found with a Hebrew servant, you should be put to death. You put us in slavery, man. How are you Christian when you put the Lord's people in slavery? You put the Lord's people in slavery, man. But you claim to be fucking Christian. You destroyed the Lord's people. That's what they're not telling you people in the fucking world, man. That we are the true people of Israel, man. The Lord is coming back to redeem his people, okay? That's what's going to fucking happen. He's going to deliver or save his people. Like it said, Matthew 1:21. They shall call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. It says, like I read about John 10, that they might have life. The they is the Israelites. Why? Because we are being destroyed by our enemies. Okay, not only are the heathen, which are enemies, Nehemiah 5:9, but ourselves. Then we are fucking destroyed completely on all sides of the field. Every fucking aspect and spectrum is against us. Like my man, I forget his Blackwater or some shit. I forget his name, Sweetwater, whatever the hell. He said the black man wakes up every day in defense mode. So does a Latino man. Our woman is set against us. It said women and children shall be our oppressors, man. Okay, man, our people are absolutely diabolical and despicable, man. I'm seeing video after video in the IG algorithm of how our people are completely obliterated. Okay, we need salvation. There's no other people that needs more salvation than so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. But again, that would be called racist. But not actually looking at what our people have went through and what they're going through today, and how they've been systematic or systemically destroyed on all sides, on all fronts. They don't want to talk about that. They want to, oh, you're just lazy. Guess what? Some niggas are. Okay, I have seen them with my own eyes. But that doesn't excuse what's happening to us, the systematic destruction, the oppression that we endure on a daily effing basis. And now again with Judah. Okay, let me just hold on. I might have to do a part with time. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do a part two. Come back to this. Hold up.
Is going on in your communities and in your nation. Whether or not is this happening to someone who looks like you, simply because you're human. This shit is not okay. And
ICE,
we've been yelling
that.
ICE is now detaining African American citizens in Chicago, like as we speak. And governor has come out and said to record everything, narrate everything, make sure everything is documented, ask for their badge number, even if they refuse, get them on camera.
You can't pause this.
But I'm gonna say that again.
ICE is now detaining black people. That's the point. All right, slide back again. All right, I'm gonna do a part two to this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a part two to this. Hopefully this part was edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.